Hi, this is Sherry Veronica, and with me in studio is Patricia Benedict, and we wanted to talk about Anderson Payne. Anderson Payne is someone that Patricia tried to get help for on a couple of occasions there on the beach, but then we heard from Nation News that he had expired. Let me welcome Patricia into the studio. Patricia?
Hi, Miss Veronica. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Let's start a bit back with remember what happened on the 28th, Miss Veronica, when I called the ambulance for Mr. Payne. Was having difficulties. And I stood there, and then he gave all the information to that ambulance personnel, or whatever you want to call them, that particularly the 28th, Miss Veronica. Now, they transported him, I would think, to the hospital. The 29th is in the evening, Miss Veronica, probably early evening. I was talking to Mr. Jordan about something, and we saw Mr. Henderson. And I said to myself,
His name is Anderson.
Anderson, sorry. And I said to him, wait, they let him go already?
But wait. Let me just jump in there. They may not have let him go. You know, those people can walk off if they want, right?
Okay. You didn't let me finish.
Okay.
So then I'm thinking, well, if he come back, accident emergency, people just be seen 5-6 days before they get seen. Did he walk out? And did they know he walked out? Or where was he when he was getting care? Did he get the care or he walked out? Just leave it like that. So now, Miss Veronica, yesterday first, the situation with that's another story, Mr. David Rouse. I went to I sent my private messages, and I went to the station. The acting superintendent, Mr. Catwell, came out eventually to see me, and he to tell his officers, and he actually went with us to go and point out David Rouse. I went there, came back, we did that. I walked back. While I was in the police station, I heard the police officer telling Mr. Catwell, well, there was an unresponsive person on the beach. Now, Mr. Catwell asked him, what did you do? He said, have you called an ambulance? Oh, we haven't called an ambulance yet. Mr. Catwell was telling them what the first things to do was to call, I think, medical help. Something like that, to the extent. But anyway, when I heard that, I went to the beach. And when I say, wait, that looked like Arab. That's how we know him as Arab. I said, it's an Arab. So I was asking the person what happened. Then the guy walked away. Then, remember in the voice note, I said what the guy said. He said that he should have expired. And so I did the video, but no one helped him. You mean we're close to medical center, Miss Veronica? The lifeguards in Folkestone, nobody could have come to his aid. Nobody medically could have helped him.
So the medical center the medical center that he was close, the medical center that he was close by, that's a private. That's a private center.
Yes, I know.
That was a question. It was a question.
I know, but okay. They should have people. They would have had people around, a doctor or something that could have rendered assistance. That's what I'm asking. I'm just asking the question. So anyway, that has to sit and done. Now the officer, one of the officers, I was seeing a picture of him. He said, Miss Benedict, you're supposed to, because I was in there to do my second statement, because they have to do a statement because Mr. David Rouse was in custody. He said, Miss Benedict, you're supposed to go and do a statement. I said, yes, but the officer wasn't ready. So I said, I leave. When I was in there, I heard the sirens, Miss Veronica. I ran back. And the people out there have some of these people that work around Surfside has so much negative. Just particular people though. I wouldn't meant say the jet ski fellas because I would leave them out because at that time I don't think they were out. Certain people, they know who they are. Negative. Oh, he did do this and he's do that. And then she explained, certain person explained to the tourists, you know.
So
what the person
okay, so
did, bad habits
let's
the
have a
person
conversation. I want to have a conversation. So were they lying?
has.
As much as you know, were they lying? As far as you know, were they lying?
They weren't. They weren't.
So
They
if,
weren't.
wait. So wait.
No.
Wait. So if they weren't lying, where was the negativity?
Listen to me carefully. I would like you to let me finish first, but then you will understand. Now, because that's when the personnel was on the ambulance scheme. Now, when they heard this, because when the first time I could have smelled Mr. Thing person, but it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. If he didn't help, I helped him. Now, when the personnel was there and people around was saying those things about him, in the air shot of the ambulance people and stuff like that, and I spoke to the lady. I said to her, I said, speak to Mr. Bailey, ambulance personnel, and find out who the two people that came to pick him up the first time. They have all the information, Mr. Payne. I said to her also, he has memory lost and he needs help. Those were my exact words to the lady. He needs help. But the same officer, he says, came back and said to me, "Oh, Miss Benedict, you finished the statement already?" Because he knew, they had intentions all along what they were going to do. So I had to go back there. I went back there because I said, well, the ambulance come. I telling her, well, he needs help. He has memory loss and stuff. He needs help. They would have transported him. Because you know what? Why the officer said so? Because if he knew that I had hung around there, Miss Veronica, and I saw the ambulance had gone and he left him there, I would have made another video about that, Miss Veronica. Mr. Payne should have never. The ambulance came. Mr. Payne should have been in the ambulance, and they should have. What I told this young lady, they should have tried to help this man, Miss Veronica.
So I can speak now.
And just yeah.
I've heard in Barbados that some people may get knocked off a bike, or some women may be going through labor pains, and some things are happening. And when I say legitimate, I don't mean to say that he wasn't legitimately ill, but I've heard that some people are going through things on nothing that they have done to themselves, not that they drank themselves silly and they are like incapacitated. Some people are really good members of society, and sometimes they need an ambulance. And I've heard in Barbados that sometimes the ambulance take 2 hours, 3 hours to get there or whatever. So if ambulances in Barbados take so long to get to people who may be a woman who may be having a baby and need to get transported to the hospital, or someone who got knocked off their bike or was involved in an accident and they need to be transported to the hospital, ambulances are getting there like tardy, late. You got it. I'm wondering if these ambulance personnel like gauge it. Well, this guy is going to just come back out and drink himself to this situation here on the beach. Should I leave him and go for that person that just got hit by a car? Because sometimes you may not know what 911 or 211 in Barbados. You don't know what calls are coming through, and sometimes I wonder. I'm not saying it is the case, but I wonder if they have to like have a judgment call. Should I go and get the woman who's having that baby? And leave some? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Miss Veronica, just stop it. Because you know what? Then now you put manufacturing something for them to say that's the case. You see where I'm coming from?
No, you think I need to do that for them to say that?
When you listen to me, right? It is like with the police I have been going through for a while. When I say something, it's like, you know what? I will use that against Miss Benedict. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but you just manufactured something that if they didn't have anything to talk up to say, and if that was the case, why didn't they say it in the news, in the media, to the media? It's just too much cover up. And that incident that happened there, it reminded me of Colin McDonald Green too. Incident with the police. You know what I'm saying? We have to start a conversation if the ambulance is there. It doesn't matter what the person did with their life. If they needed assistance, look what happened now after an hour. Where is he now? Where is he now?
So you
Where
think
is he now?
So you think, okay, I don't know if you believe in God or I don't know. I'm saying, do you think that anyone goes before you don't think that it was his time to go, that maybe God called him home, or you think the ambulance personnel caused that?
Miss Veronica, I don't believe in God. But I just leave God out of it for the time.
So you think the ambulance personnel caused it?
Miss Veronica, they are at fault. They were on the scene. But they probably listened to the negative. Even that simple police officer would have said, "Oh, he did drink a lot too." When you remember when I got arrested from Princess for what's it called? What was I got arrested for the last time? Obstruction justice.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. They were obstructing the personnel to doing the job because everybody had opinion about the man.
So are you saying? No, I don't really. That's a bad example. Because are you saying that you had the right to be arrested because you were obstructing personnel?
No, I wasn't. What I am, no, I wasn't. What I'm trying to say to you was that too many people had opinions about the gentleman. That's something different with me. That had nothing. Mine is different. Too many people had opinions and given opinions right there for the people to hear. You know, some coming from now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you make the man lose an opportunity to get the help. Because I said to him to call, speak to so and so. They have all the information. He has dementia. He needs help. One person saying so, and all the other people talking negative about the gentleman. What do you think would have happened?
No, but okay. So there was a time that he was taken to the hospital. There was a time that he was put in the ambulance and he was taken to the hospital, and there probably wasn't any negative talk. And he still ended up on the beach. He made a decision. He made a decision. That's where he wanted to lay. I'm not saying that's where he wanted to die.
The man had the memory loss.
Dementia. But even with memory loss,
how people listen to me carefully. How people the way you just say you have to take back.
No. I'm saying
how somebody has dementia knows
exactly.
What's going around them.
Exactly. So he didn't walk out of the hospital and go to a different area in the bush.
We don't know what happened in the
exactly.
If he walked out.
Exactly.
If he got the care.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is he went back to a familiar location, which means dementia was not involved in that because he went back to some place he knew.
Sometimes, Miss Veronica, sometimes sometimes you do. Sometimes you do, maybe. But that's when we have to have a conversation about that dementia part of it. We have to start a conversation about that. Then we have to start a conversation is what's going on at A&E. We have to start a conversation about that too. And the care or lack of care some of the doctors and the nurses providing for patients. Because I'm upset. I'm really upset because you see that police officer, and I will give you a picture of him. He more than anybody would have influenced and people. Oh, don't mind he. You know, that's with my opinion alone. Because twice he tried to make me go away because he didn't want, because he knew what he had. He knew what he had in mind to do. He knew, he already planned. He made up his mind that those people would not have transported him, Miss Veronica.
So you're saying that, excuse me, you're saying that the police made up his mind, but Anderson Payne did not?
About what?
About his life. About his life. Anderson Payne did not make up his mind about the trajectory his life will go if he lived the life he lived.
Did he ever get help? Has he ever reached out for help?
You tell me.
Has he ever reached out for help?
You tell me. Tell me.
I'm asking a question because it seems to think, but we don't know that. We do not know that. I know we're talking about conversation, but I'm sorry if I sound something because I'm upset. Because you're missing the point. I live around Santa Cruz for too many years, Miss Veronica, to know what went down there yesterday. And everybody had an opinion about the person. I don't care where you're from. I don't care your background. Miss Veronica, who doesn't have a bad habit? Who doesn't have a bad habit? Who the only person I could judge is God. Nobody can judge you. Judge nobody.
But you were, I think you were judging the police just now.
Because no, that's something different. It's something different. It's something I know because that's something I've been covering for 5 years. I didn't judge because I know the same officer too. I know the same officer who said it. So I do not judge. It is nothing a judge. It is I feel uncomfortable. So when I heard they said that he passed away on the beach, I was the most confused person. I said, wait, they held him, they took him down and he came back already, not knowing that they took his vital signs. But you, Miss Veronica, when they said they took his vital signs and they was out there for an hour, blah, 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 let me tell you something. And a lot of things are going to come out. You see that Colin McDonald case? The Colin, don't tell me they don't think. You see that Colin McDonald green case with the police? A lot of things come out. And a lot of things, Kobe Maloney, Sarah Blues Night, all those people. And you might say what that have to do with the police. Miss Veronica.
No. I won't say what that has to do with the police. I will say what that has to do with Anderson Payne.
Miss Veronica, they don't have a voice no more. They do not have a voice no more, and they have no one to speak for them. Could you imagine the man? At first I thought he was deceased when he was lying in the sand, this physical sand. The police over him, watching him. Everybody going on in Mary as nothing is happening around them. It doesn't matter how many times somebody is in a situation. It doesn't matter.
For you, you mean it doesn't matter for you. But you're speaking for yourself, right? Because if I know someone is doing something all the time to themselves, after a while you turn a blind eye to it because you said that's where that person wants to go. That's what that person wants to do. You can't stop people. I remember when I first met you, you told me something that I never forgot. You say, no one can tell me what to do. No one can tell me what, because you're very strong. You're a very strong person. Some people are strong, like how you are strong in your own way. Some people could be strong in a way that you can't get them from drinking. You cannot stop them from drinking. Some people are strong.
I never wanted him to stop him from drinking.
I'm not saying. I
wanted them to at least to try to get him the help and go on the right path.
That's where I'm heading. That's where I'm heading.
If anything else, and the dementia part of it, and I forget about the alcoholic part of the
I wasn't either. I'm saying to you.
Forget about that. If that's what you're considering.
No. Like you said, everyone has a habit. Everyone has a habit, and some habits can put you in the grave earlier than other habits. But what I'm saying to you also is, they said in the paper, I'm not saying it's true or false, I'm just repeating what was written in the paper, that he came back, to, he could have, he
Miss,
let me finish what I'm saying, because you want me, you want,
I know what you said.
no, but you may know, but I have to say, no.
I would never
Wait,
rely on the newspaper
that's you.
for any information.
That's you. That's you, but I'm relying. I am relying. Wait, 1 second, Patricia. I'm relying on the paper for purposes of this conversation, and I'm saying that the paper said that he came back to, the vitals were all okay, and they left. But I'm saying, what if he came back to and he said, "Leave me, I'm good. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere." I don't know that he said that. I don't know if you know if he said that or not, but I'm saying he could have
Let me
said.
ask you something. A media personnel was on the scene.
Say that again, please.
A media personnel was on the scene.
No, I'm telling you what was said, what they reported.
Miss Veronica, I have done a lot of investigations about the newspaper. Now, a lot of the things that a lot of the papers, some of the newspapers have documented or said is inaccurate.
You're right. You don't you are one. You see, 100% right. 100% correct.
The police and the media work together.
100% correct.
They rely. I many times I've been in the police station and I hear people on the other line, "Oh, this is so and so from the nation, or so and so for this place," asking for information. But you weren't there, though. You weren't there to witness it. And that's why I have a problem with the media. They have to start getting up their high heads and go to the scene of something, or start talking about stuff instead of waiting for when the person died, and that's the only time you hear. They run to the family to get a story. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. And I am saying, and I will say, and I will continue saying it, that Mr. Payne should have been transported to the hospital, but the influence of that particular police officer, I will say that particular police officer, would have probably did not take him, because he was twice. He was too years for me to leave the scene till asking me if I didn't have something to go to the police station. I have been dealing those things for 5 years, Miss Veronica. I am mad, and I think, and I will go on a stand and say they are responsible for what happened to Mr. Payne. I will go and say so, and I will go.
No one is responsible for what happened with Anderson Payne than Anderson Payne himself. Anderson Payne is responsible for how he left the earth. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
But the medical personnel weren't professional enough. They should have taken him down. They should have.
As they did before, but they have before, right? Don't forget to mention that they did before, right?
The government, whoever has to investigate what happened. Did he walk out from the hospital? What happened? Because there was no way.
That's not the question. The question was that he was taken down before. You said the medical personnel should have taken him, and I'm saying, but they took him before. How many times before that one time did they take him? How many times was he taken?
But if I know something now, that he had dementia, he had memory loss. When somebody has dementia, memory loss, yeah, people.
Where someone has memory loss and don't know how to go back home. They usually don't know how to go back home. But he went back home, and his home was the beach.
Don't be you. That's where we have to be educated about dementia and memory loss. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes people. I speak to a lady in one of the avenues. The same one I was in the police station yesterday for another dementia woman that took her from her house. Many times we carry on a good conversations, and sometimes she don't remember me. They have the good days and the bad days, and that's why I want people that have dementia. That's why I told you we have to do a separate.
Right.
interview about that.
But every time you talk about
sorry.
him, you talk about him having memory loss. But every time he's picked up and he's taken for help, his memory loss evaporates, and he remembers where he was taken from.
No, Miss Veronica, let me tell you something about it. And I just remembered, if I didn't have a conversation when I saw him on Wednesday, Thursday coming back, I didn't remember that. You know how many times Arap was going for water, and he took the bucket and went to old Jordan old house where he used to live decades ago to try to go and get water? Or he would just sit around.
So his mother. Let's talk about his mother. The police said that they contacted his mother. She identified the body and blah blah blah. So you talk about the ambulance personnel. I mean, what about his mother? If he has all these problems and his mother was able to ID him, she didn't seem to have any memory problem. Let me finish what I'm saying. Yeah, she didn't seem to have any memory problems, and the cops didn't seem to have any memory problems when they went to get her to come to the beach to ID him. So you talk about. Let me finish what I'm saying. So
yes, you go ahead.
yeah. So the police got good memory, know where the mother lives, and the mother got good memory, and that she recognized her son on the beach. But yeah, when he was going through all that, you didn't hear. You're talking about the ambulance personnel, but you're not hearing what about his family. What about? Does any blame?
Give me a second now.
Any blame fall on them?
When I reach out and say that if any of the family members could give me contact, nobody contacted me. But you brought a very important point there. The police knew his mother's number. So why did the police not call the mother when he was still alive? I don't know if they have ever done it. I don't know. That's a conversation that the mother would have to come out and say. But the mother number when he died. But I tell you all in front of the police that he has dementia, memory loss. You can't. Whoever knows the number, the police know who his number, mama's number. You may tell me you'll say, well, okay, Miss Benedict, we would ask, or we'll find out because he only started having memory loss. I don't know, maybe 6 months, a year ago. Well, that's what for how I observed. I didn't know if it was longer than that. Now, you brought up a good point about the mother. Miss Renica, a mother can do so much, a parents can do so much for a child.
So can the ambulance personnel. So can the ambulance personnel, but go ahead.
A mother could do, are you saying that the mother wrong or the mother right? Or we do not know. She would have to do an interview where to say that has she ever tried to help him in the past.
I really don't care about the mother. I'm more interested in the ambulance personnel.
And what?
I'm saying the mother don't care, and the cops don't care. Nobody seems to care about Anderson. Nobody seems to care about Anderson.
You don't know if the mother didn't care. You don't know that. That's something that you should not say because you don't.
Oh yeah, okay, she cared. Oh wow, okay, you know what? She really cared. Okay, she really cared about her son. You're right. You might be right.
No. I didn't say. I say we don't know.
That's what I said. And I'm saying she probably care. Okay, yeah, okay. But you don't know about the mother, but we're sure about the ambulance personnel, right? I'm just asking.
I was there.
Okay.
I was there. You said to me, one thing with me, right? And I'm very passionate about. If I wasn't there, I would never comment. I would speculate. I would even speculate. I would just think as a hopeless. I was there. I had this bird eyes view of my surroundings and watching the reactions of the people and the medical personnel. I was there.
So you were there and you noticed that they didn't care.
Miss Veronica, the officer kept on rushing.
Let's leave with that. Let's leave with the ambulance personnel. You were there and you noticed.
Sort of distracted between the matter with the gentleman, because you know, if I did not have that thing to go back and do, I would have stayed.
You were there and you noticed that the ambulance personnel did not care.
Miss Veronica, if I spoke to the lady, I said to him in front of the police officer, he needs help. And that is when the police officer said, Miss Benedict, you have to go on this. Is it something you're going to do in the police station?
You were there and you noticed that the ambulance personnel didn't care.
So why didn't they transport him?
No, I'm just asking you for a question. You can't ask it.
Why didn't transport him? And you see that's the thing in that news. The media has to come straight. The media has to stop reporting most times what police tell them. Because I don't believe 90% of the time, I don't believe what the police say. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, and in several instances over the years in Santa Cruz, the media has taken the police.
But we're not talking about the media.
No.
Okay,
No. Because of what was said in the newspaper. No.
I'm talking about ambulance personnel. That's really what.
No. Because when they said that they were on the scene, that's what I'm getting at. When they say they were on the scene for an hour, and they took a vital sign, and they wait around for an hour.
I'm listening.
Like, who was the one? Who was the one reported that? Who did anyone see that happened? This is what I'm doing. We're still talking about him. Yeah, we're still talking about the person.
Yeah, we're talking about caring. You said I can't say the mother didn't care and blah blah blah. I'm asking since I'm saying did you notice that the ambulance personnel did not care about Anderson Payne?
Miss Veronica, when they first sit up, they tell you sit up. Miss Veronica, when they doesn't matter. They should have transported him. They should. So what happened in an hour's time? They should have fought for, because people kept on probably saying, "Oh, he always drunk. He always did." You know, in school they cry, he always drunk. He always this.
Which is not a lie, you said, right? Which is not a lie.
No,
okay.
It may not have been a lie. It will not be a lie, but the human part of it, Miss Veronica, you will come all along the way just to take a man's life and let him go, and then come back in an hour's time and he dead, and you'll think I would let that go? Do you think I would let that go? Legally let that go, Miss Veronica?
What do you mean legally? Because you can't bring a lawsuit. So what do you mean?
No. Okay. You just have to choose your words,
Oh, okay. I see.
And it's not a lawsuit, but you still got to choose
okay.
Because you don't want anybody to think. You know
okay.
What I mean?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Because this whole conversation, I just looked at it's almost an hour, Patricia. It's almost an hour. But anyhow, no problem. But it's a sweet conversation. But this whole conversation and what was I about to say? Oh yeah, you cannot be 100% sure that Anderson Payne didn't say when he came to, because like you said, they were there for like an hour or whatever, telling him to sit up or whatever. You don't know if he said, well, you took me then and I walked out. If you take me now, I'm gonna walk out again, and I don't want to go anywhere. We don't know what he said.
He had memory loss. I told them so. He suffers with dementia.
Yeah, you don't know what he said.
Even if he came through, you don't seem to. It's a sickness.
But you telling him you're not his medical doctor, and you telling him that he has that. You telling them that he has dementia.
He lives out by me.
Yeah, but you telling them that he has dementia. Sometimes people say things because they want like fast service. I know.
Okay. You got memory loss then?
Yeah, because I know sometimes when there's someone calls for help.
It has gotten worse.
But listen, sometimes when people call for help and they find that it's not working out the way, they will say something. Oh, yeah, he has heart problems and he has this, because they want to get.
But you can't put him in that category with other people. because I really
That's just a for
have
example.
the conversation
That's just a for example, Patricia. That was just a for example.
But not only that too. I lived there. Used to see Payne, Mr. Payne walk all the ring. I observed. I live in Flamboyant Avenue, Mr. Payne.
So they were there with him for an hour, and no one called his mother to come tell the personnel that he has dementia or he has memory loss. They were there for a while with him on the beach, and no one seemed to have called.
Exactly.
No one seemed to have called his mother, to come and assist him while the personnel were there. So when you blame the personnel, I still have a little
that's what
hiccup with that.
Problem. That's what I'm trying to get to. If I said to the person that he has memory loss,
you're not his doctor. You're not his doctor. You're not his doctor, and you're not a family member. But go ahead.
And I know, but you don't listen to me. If the police had his number all along, and I mentioned that in front of the police to the thing, the same time they say they took an hour. They were around for an hour because they always got to cover the tails to make themselves look good. I'm not saying that instance they weren't. So if he was there, why didn't you? If you had the mother's number all the time, why didn't you call the mother and say, well, we think that Mr. Payne has some problems with remembering, or this and that, or this lady brought it to our attention that he needs help because he has serious memory loss or whatever. Could you come so that we make arrangements to see what facility or what you can do or what we can do?
I think caring is an action word. It's just not something that you say, oh, I care. I think it's an action word. And I think that if he was sleeping on the beach and doing what he was doing for so long, that I'm going to say that that he probably had no one that cared about him per se. I'm not talking about you as a friend. I'm talking about family and that kind of stuff. Because caring and loving someone is an action thing. People are always around you, and sometimes if they know he has memory loss, they will have something stuck on his shirt or whatever saying, if you see him and he's ill, please call this number. That's what love and that's what caring is all about. He probably isn't I really think that we live forever. I don't.
They used to treat him bad though.
Let me get this one point off my chest.
Sorry.
I really think that we go on and on and on. We don't really we take off the body that we have here and the spirit goes on. And I'm just going to hope that he's in a better place right now, because maybe Earth was not for him. He had enough of it. And if his family really cared, he wouldn't have died the way he died, sleeping on the beach and being on the beach like that.
There's just so much family could do.
I know that. I know that.
Family could do.
Yeah.
No. There's just so much family. You have to get.
I know that. I know that. So there's only so much family can do. And when it's time to close the door, you close the door, or whatever happens. He died. And hopefully he's in a better place. I'm done. What else you want to, let's land this plane here.
But you know what? I still think they're responsible. They should have transported him. They did, they have, but they have before. I'm speaking about the second time.
Okay.
Because if they did and they have, that will not have happened. I'm talking about the second time. And I will share more on the doctors and the nurses and the police and how I just think. Thank you, Ms. Veronica. Thank you.
Yeah, and it wasn't an hour. I'm sorry. I thought it was an hour. It's only 38 minutes. It's only 38, but that's long for us. So you're done? You don't want to say anything else?
You know what? I still think that I am not saying Mr. Henderson should not have some responsible thing. But if somebody has memory loss, and I would like people family with dementia to come up and speak to us about the challenges they have with people in Mr. Payne's situation. I'm not forget about the alcohol part, Miss Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
The memory loss part of it. I want family members, people to come and to your show, call me 2474800, and start a conversation.
But do you
If
know?
somebody has me.
But do you know that alcohol eats away at the brain? I guess you do know. Okay, it does eat away at the brain. It's really bad on the brain. Any kind of drug is bad on the brain.
Miss Veronica, thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. This is Sherry Veronica, Naked Departure Radio.